on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome to the major news bulletin from the nation's #1 talk, news and sports radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Jude. On the news this afternoon, Yoruba Nation agitators drag President Muhammadu Buhari to the International Criminal Court. PDP National Chairman Uche Secondus reacts to Governor Wike labeling him a liar. River State University holds matriculation ceremony. And on the foreign scene, Democrats from Texas defy threats of arrest. Welcome once again. This is the news.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome. The International Criminal Court has acknowledged a 27-page petition filed by Yoruba Nation agitators. Those who signed the petition are the leader of the Ilana Omo Odua, Emeritus Professor Banji Akintoye, Yoruba activist Sunday Adeyomo, fondly known as Sunday Igboho, and 49 Yoruba self-determination groups. The petition was filed against President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, SAN, former Chief of Army Staff, Tukur Buratai, and former Inspectors General of Police, Ibrahim Idris and Muhammad Adamu. In the petition, the Yoruba Nation agitators accused the Nigerian leaders and security chiefs of genocide and crimes against humanity against the Yoruba people. The PDP has called on the APC-led federal government to prove to Nigerians that it has no negative agenda by supporting the proposed electronic transmission of election results. PDP's National Publicity Secretary, Kola Ologbodiyan, made the call in an interview with correspondent Abayomi Akimbola in Abuja. Ologbodiyan alleged that the APC government is planning the worst election in the history of Nigeria by 2023.
The PDP has consistently demanded that if you can vote electronically, you must be able to collate the results electronically. It is contradictory for a law to say that go and vote electronically, provided you will not collate the results electronically. But like you know, the APC is just preparing ground to be able to write results. In fact, they are planning a worse election than we had in 2019. If we allow them to get away with that section of the amendment bill. This is not about the People's Democratic Party. It's about Nigerians. It's about members of the parliament themselves who are in the Senate and who are in the House of Reps. So for us in the People's Democratic Party, all we are asking of the National Assembly is that make a law that will engender free, fair, credible elections.
Speaking on the defections in the PDP, Mr. Ologbodiyan labeled the defectors as betrayers.
Essentially, we believe in the People's Democratic Party that we have no crisis of any sort, that will warrant members to leave the party. So those who are leaving are either looking for protection from government or they are leaving because of expectations that they have been promised. And this is largely personal to them. But we must also understand too that they are betraying the people that elected them into office. And to serve as deterrent, particularly those who are in the parliament, whom the law provides that they cannot leave their party except on the ground of division. The party is challenging every member of the parliament that mandate, because ordinarily they ought to have left their seats having defected.
Moving on now, the national chairman of the PDP, Uche Secondus, says he will not join issues with Governor Yusuf Wike after he was labeled a liar. As you may know, Governor Wike at the 60th birthday celebration of ex-Cross River State Governor Leah Imoke came hard on Secondus, blaming him for the troubles in the PDP. The governor specifically said that Secondus could not be trusted, accusing him of saying one thing and doing the opposite. But Secondus, in a statement, said he is not a liar, and no amount of provocation will make him join issues with the leader of the party. He said he considers negative outbursts against him as one of the punches a leader must receive and endure to get stronger. The Senate has passed the National Electoral Offences Commission bill. The bill, if assented to by President Muhammadu Buhari, will investigate electoral offences and prosecute electoral offenders. The bill, which came up for the third reading during Tuesday's plenary session, will have the power to appoint and maintain investigators, prosecutors, and experts to prosecute electoral offenders. The chairman of the Committee on INEC, Senator Kabiru Gaya, and the creation of the commission said the creation of the commission, is critical because INEC clearly lacks the capacity to prosecute electoral offences. Moving on now, President Muhammadu Buhari says despite the security challenges in the country, Nigeria is lucky and the citizens should congratulate themselves. The president spoke yesterday while receiving the report of the National Security Summit by the House of Representatives. The report was submitted by a team of House members led by the Speaker, Femi Gbajamila. The Speaker spoke to journalists after the presentation. Let's take a listen to it.
There are many takeaways, but I'm sure you'll get to see the report too. It's not a public document. We laid it and considered it today on the floor of the House. So it's a public document. But suffice to say that you are aware we went through a painstaking effort for 4 or 5 days, and the report came out, which we have divided into recommendations for legislative action and recommendations for the executive. And as we said from day one, we will bring the report to Mr. President for action on the recommendations. And he has graciously accepted, which he did even before the summit. We are hopeful and believe that many of the recommendations, both the legislative and the executive, once implemented, will go a long way to resolving some of the issues, if not all, that pervade our society in terms of security.
Stay tuned. River State University holds matriculation ceremony. More news to come right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. You talk, we listen.
We bring news and current affairs. News and current affairs to your doorstep. Sports, just the way you like it. We are 92.3. 92.3 Nigeria Info. The #1 talk, news and sports station.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, welcome back to the Major News for 12 p.m. My name is Jude. This is the nation's #1 talk, news, and sports radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info. Moving on. Clash between soldiers and ticket touts at the popular Ladipo Auto Spare Parts Market in Lagos has left a number of persons dead, but the casualty figure is uncertain. While some said 3 persons were killed by the soldiers, others put the figure at 5. Many, however, were reported to be injured. As the River State University holds its 39th matriculation ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor of the institution, Professor Nnerum Okubole, has declared Thursday and Friday as lecture-free days. While welcoming new students into the school, Professor Okubole said that the lecture-free days will enable the students to conclude their registration. He said students with good CGPAs will receive scholarships from the school. Our correspondents report that over 37,000 students were admitted into the institution this year. To the world of business now, the Director General of the Africa Development Banks Group, Lamin Barrow, says high unemployment rate is threatening government's plan to lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. Mr. Barrow at an event, however, said the recovery in crude oil prices increasing the value-added tax rate to 7.5% and elimination of fuel subsidies would provide some fiscal relief for the Nigerian economy. Now to the world of entertainment. Nigerian singer Wizkid made an historic entry into the United States Billboard Hot 100 this week. His song Essence, which featured up-and-coming sensation Thames, peaked at number 82 on the charts. Wizkid becomes the first Nigerian to have a song on the chart. To the world of sports now, Olympic chief Thomas Bach has pledged not to bring any risks to Japan with the Games, seeking to reassure a skeptical public. This is as the virus cases surge during just over a week just before Tokyo 2020 begins. Fans have been banned from the Olympic events in the capital, which is under emergency virus restriction to curb rising infection numbers that today hit highs not seen since January. And finally, from the international scenes, Democrats from Texas have defied threats of arrest after fleeing the state in an effort to stop Republicans from passing a sweeping new voting law. More than 50 Democrats flew to Washington, D.C. on Monday in a move intended to paralyze the state's House of Representatives ahead of the vote. At least two-thirds of the chamber's 150 members must be present for a vote. On Tuesday, Republican Governor Greg Abbott threatened the missing politicians with arrest. On the news this afternoon, you heard that Yoruba Nation agitators have dragged President Muhammadu Buhari to the International Criminal Court. The PDP National Chairman Uche Secondus has reacted to Governor Wike, labeling him a liar. And River State University is holding matriculation ceremony today. And from the foreign scene, Democrats from Texas have defied threats of arrest. The news was edited by Choma Ezewamfo. Please consult, or rather, I beg your pardon, please contact our newsroom at 0818-90,017, 0818-90-00017. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this afternoon, so please be advised you may want to take an umbrella as you step out. My name is Jude Omamegbe. Thank you once again for being a part of the Midday News.